This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Clueless 8 Trading Frank. It's approximately, well, not approximately, it's exactly 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the New York City, New Jersey waterfront, overlooking New York City, actually. Absolutely gorgeous evening. It's unbelievable. And like my good friend Mike, who texted me at like 1:20 in the morning last night and said Saturn and Jupiter were actually can be seen with the naked eye, right, Mike? Mike, you there? Okay. He left. So he goes because we're amateur astronomers. We love to look at the heavens because that's where God created us, right? So Mike just says, and I just like step up on one of my balconies and I just look up and I see, oh my God, there is Saturn and there is Jupiter. Except Jupiter just looks like a little star, but Saturn is bright red. If you guys ever want to be motivated and anytime you're feeling down, look up to the heavens and look at those stars and the planets. It's unbelievable. Okay, trust me, trust me. It is rejuvenating. And then I went to bed. I had to get up early to walk the dog. All right, there we go. All right, guys, everyone's here. Look, Matt, Mike, R.A., Ray, Redline, Rick, Scotty. Scotty, how you doing? Can you hear us?
What's up, my friend?
And this is my Scotty, right?
You doing well? Yes, sir.
This is my Scotty from years ago, right?
Bad connect.
Oh, you sound great, man. Thank God, thank God. Okay, so good to have you here. All right, so let's start. So aside from the little promo, like there are more screens actually on this side. Aside from all that, let's begin. So let me just put a couple of quick words, before we start into the charts and stuff. And now we'll have a platform. Where's Paul? Where's Paul? Paul, my Canadian monster. Okay, he's going to be coming in any minute. And he's going to get the stage for a couple of minutes too. And there was another gentleman who nailed, Simon Hua, the one who nailed Alta, which we all did. Well, the ones who took the trade. And his calls went from 3 to 11, and he made almost 11,000 bucks overnight. And I'm like, yes, that's a baller. That's the kind of trader I need. Put in 3K, said, okay, Alta Beauty, boom. And then, of course, we have Mark, who made 315% on Workday. Yes! All right, that's what I need. So anyway, all those were recommended. So a couple of good points. We're coming in the end of the month, right? So basically, tomorrow is the last of August. And what do you think happens on the first 5 days of a new month? Any new month? And I've mentioned this quite a few times. What do you think happens in the first 5 to 7 business days of a new month? No one? No one remembers? Anyone remembers? Go ahead.
Does a lot of purchasing of stocks happen in the first 5 days?
Yeah, but why?
Institutions like Vanguard and stuff, they need to
Yes.
Pension money. Pension
Yes.
money.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Pension funds, mutual funds, not hedge funds. Hedge funds are a bunch of scumbags. Okay. Pension funds, institutional, they're all institutional, obviously. Mutual funds. And the reason behind that is what? And
people or companies make monthly contributions into their pension plan.
Yes, people make, and what is that plan called in the United States for decades?
IRAs.
And
401k.
Thank you very much. Did you guys all hear that? Anybody who has a job who's getting a, I mean, I have a job, except I have to write my own paychecks, right? So I have to work like 24/7. But anybody who, and then of course, when I worked on Wall Street, I used to get my paychecks. So anyone who gets a paycheck, part of it, you want to, yeah, I'm sure you have contributions to all the different plans, and the 401k is the one that we know most, and of course the IRA plans and all that stuff, right? So hedge funds, no. This funds, yes. Okay, so they are mandated by their own charter to put money in to the market at the beginning of the month. So roughly 5 to 8 trading days, we shoot higher. Now here is the trick question, which Mr. Harrington will obviously answer, but please don't. Okay. And thank you for reminding me at 1:20 in the morning that Saturn was visible. That's what we traders do. We look up to the skies and we thank God, and we look up to the charts and we thank God. So to the what brings us into the first 8 trading days? What is the big thing that I mentioned on the last webinar? What date does it bring us into? Come on, guys. You guys Americans, right? Just look up on your quick calendar, on your on the right-hand corner, on your laptop or iPad, and tell me. Let's count the dates, okay? Let's count the dates. Come on, let's do this right. So we start off the first trading day on the 3rd. No, not the 3rd. On Monday, on Tuesday, September 1st. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we move into September. Bear with me 1 second. I got to change this. September. So September starts off on Tuesday. Let me see if I can bring the calendar down. No, I can't. Computer, won't allow me to do that. So, guys, work with me on this. All right. This is very important. Trust me. You don't need to know shit about technical analysis. You just need to know about the pattern. So Tuesday is the 1st. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is the 8th business day of September?
9/11.
Bullshit. What is the 8th day of September? You answered the question, but you answered it wrong. So I just failed you on your calculus class. All right. So what's the first day of September? The first
Labor
day of
September.
No, please, do not answer. Do not answer, Mike. Somebody else, please step up and answer. I need thinking traders, like I always say. I know some of you are like tired of me like saying I need thinking traders, but that's what's going to make you rich. I'm not going to make you rich. You are going to make yourselves rich. But I need to train your mind to think like that. So think on a date. What is the 8th day of September?
September 10th.
Right.
8th.
And what is the day? What is that date? Why is that date so important? Before what date?
The 11th.
It's before September 11th. 9/11.
And what is September 11th, guys? You guys are American. You forget September 11th? That the day that changed our world? That the day that I almost died? Well, forget about me. I'm nothing. The day thousands of people died because of Al Qaeda? And you guys don't remember September 11th. It's so tragic. I'm actually a little bit disappointed in all of you. That is a day of reverence. That is the day that you go to the monuments and you pray. That is the day that you go to New York or in Bayonne or in Jersey in Liberty Park and you take a picture and you remember. Because I saw it in front of my eyes. So I'm a little bit ashamed of all of you guys, to be honest with you, okay? September 11th. You guys all forget. Do you feel a little bit shitty because I said that? Do you, any of you feel a little bit like feeling a little bit like, oh my God, yeah? Or you guys think you guys are all ballers, like you forgot September 11th?
It's a sad day, September 11th.
Yeah, don't give me that garbage, okay? Next time if I ask you a question, I mean, it's so simple. But you guys don't know because you guys never went through it. You don't know the pain and the suffering that we all went through. Anyway, I don't want to get into it. All right, here's the issue. Here's the point. The markets never crash before September 11, and that happens to be the 8 days from September 1st. 8 trading days brings us to September 10th. Like I said, pension funds, mutual funds, not hedge funds. They're a bunch of bastardos, okay? They're the day trading guys who steal your money every day. Of course, they help you too, when they're into a stock. But it brings us into 10th, and that is the day before September 11th. The markets will, intraday volatility, whatever, will still go up into September 10th or around that period. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Thank you very much. And thank you for reminding yourself you're still a true patriotic American who remembers September 11th. I'm truly disappointed in some of you. Seriously. All right, let's move on. All right, back to the charts. And Paul has arrived. Paul, can you hear us?
Here.
Paul, you missed the best part, man. I just slammed people because they couldn't remember September 11th.
Oh, man.
I mean, exactly. And Paul is Canadian, by the way. Seriously, other than 1 or 2 people, because I showed, you can listen to the video, obviously. No, I'm not going to rewind it right now. I can. But I was just showing like the first 5 to 8 trading day, the mutual funds, the pension funds, how they have to mandate it by their own charter to put money into the market. And it just happens to be that the 8th day, it's September 10th, 8th business day. But no one could remember why it was so important. So sad, so sad. Seriously, guys. But Americans, we're all stupid people. We always forget. We always forget. Never forget. Never forget what happened on September 11th. Never, guys. Never. Okay? It's beyond anything. All right. Let's move on. Look at this chart. Hello. And by the way, Paul's going to take the stage and give us some projections that's going to blow my mind. He's giving me a little preview. That's going to blow my mind. You're ready for it, Paul, right?
I'm always ready.
Yes, and the reason I give Paul the stage because Paul has a great track record and he uses the tools at Clueless Hate Trading to enhance his track record beyond anything that I can imagine. I'm dead serious. It boggles my mind at times. I'm the first one to say it because he's so super bullish on the longer term. On the longer term, I'm more of a tactical trader, short to intermediate. Of course, I'll show the longer term charts like I'm showing you right now. But what he's going to show you is going to frigging throw you out of your chair. And I'm going to attempt to give him the remote control so he can show his chart. Okay, so look at this. This is the one that I show you guys almost every week to keep you guys grounded on what's happening. This is the weekly, forget monthly. The monthly is like more stupendous. Monthly chart of the S&P 500, spiders. What does this look like, guys? Somebody step in and just say, even though most of you forgot September 11th, come on. I'm sorry I'm busting your chops, but that was kind of disappointing. What does this chart look like?
Nothing technical to break us down here.
You see, who was that? Mark?
Yes.
That's actually a double negative, which is a positive. How about saying there is nothing here This is a bullish chart going higher, except Mark said it like a Harvard professor, a double negative. He said nothing technically here to break it down. Just kidding, but I just want everyone, all of you guys to mentally calibrate. This is one fucking bullish chart. No question about it. I'm talking the weekly chart. Intraday, yes, we're going to down 200, this and that. But the weekly chart is saying, see you later. Are you guys with me?
Yep, we got it.
Rick, what does this chart look like on the weekly chart?
It looks great. It looks like everything's gonna keep going up.
That's it. You don't need to be a freaking technical, hardcore, at the session that you did, that we did, and you were there. You asked some phenomenal questions. Rick asked me a question. Goes, how do you do this? I said, I didn't even know how to answer your question, Rick. And everyone can listen to it. The link is right there on the real-time Twitter feed. So Rick goes, Rick's like, how do you figure this out? I said, I don't know. Well, I do know, because I rely on technical analysis. I know a lot about the U.S. economy and politics. I worked on Wall Street for 14 years. So, yeah, so I have some knowledge. Don't ask my wife that. She thinks I'm a stupid, nothing. Just kidding. But seriously. So, yeah, looks great. That's your monthly chart, guys. It's going higher. Let me adjust the lines a little bit. If I can, let me see. This is called a Gann fan. So I just adjusted the Gann fan. Oh my God, this Gann fan is like out of control. This line is mine. The rest of it is computer generated. It goes up to 390. 390? SPY, that's almost 4,000 S&P. But let me not go there. Let me go here. I say 360. 360. Another 600 points on rough 10, 8, another 600 to 700 points on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go here.
Yep. Look, I'm bullish. I really never thought the market would do this. Seriously. But the more I see it, the more I see how things are developing, the more I see what the Federal Reserve is saying, Jerome Powell, that he's going to keep interest rates lower literally forever. I'm just like, yes, because all of these are interrelated. Interest rates low, valuations on companies can be accepted. You guys do understand that the PE ratio that the bozos talk about all the time, oh, the PE ratio is so high, the price to earnings ratio. But earnings are actually coming out very well. So the price is going to go higher. But more importantly, it has to be adjusted with the overall interest rates in the market, because the interest rates affect consumers and companies. You guys all have credit cards, right?
Yeah.
And most of you have mortgages, right?
Yes.
Most of you have car loans, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So all of that is determined by how the Federal Reserve sets the interest rates, correct?
Correct.
Exactly. So if the rates are low, the valuations on stock prices can be higher. But the bears and the people who hate the US stock market, which is the majority of people out there, including Wall Street and so many other people, will never accept that. And especially with growth companies, as I'm talking, I'll move it back. Especially with growth companies, there is something called PEG. It's called the price to earnings divided by growth. If a company is growing at 40 to 60 to 80% a year, and can somebody tell me, and not Paul and not Mr. Harrington, okay, who know the markets quite well, you new guys, if a company is growing at 30 to 80%, is that like good, bad, or kind of like, okay?
Very good.
That's great.
Amazing.
That's the word. Amazing. It's amazing. 30 to 40 to 60% growth rate on underlying earnings revenues, sales is amazing. So you have to measure that against the valuation of the company. That's the reason why big commerce is going to go to 200 plus. That's the reason Facebook went above 300. That's the reason Apple is going to go to 600. And Apple is a mature company. What was the age that you guys all stopped, ladies and gentlemen, I'm asking, that you actually stopped growing taller? Roughly. What was the last age that your growth spurt kind of stopped, as in height?
17.
Huh?
17.
Somebody else?
18.
Okay. Somebody else?
16.
60. Man, you should have eaten some better food, man, or maybe run around a little bit more. But yeah, you're right. Like around 18. Yeah, 18 is actually what the medical experts say. So Apple is well beyond 18. It's still growing as a mature company. That is the most amazing part. Do you understand the comparison that I made? That they said, no, it's a mature company, it can't grow anymore. Walmart, how long has Walmart been around? I don't even know. Does anyone know? Well, I can Google it and find out. How long has Walmart been around? Like a long time, right? Like a long time? Holy shit, look at my chart. Paul, look at these charts that I'm showing from like months ago. So how long has Walmart been around? Somebody take a guess.
Since
58 years.
1962.
Huh?
1962.
Walmart's 1960 freaking 2. Wow. It's been around for 40, 20, 60 years?
58.
Wow. And Walmart's still growing because they're moving into the digital arena. And they're telling me that America is in a losing game. Walmart, after 60 years, still has a growth spurt because they are now attacking Amazon. They're looking to buy TikTok with Microsoft. They are just reinventing themselves. That is the essence of life. It doesn't matter what age you're in. You can always be a great trader. I just compare it to trading. You don't have to be a 20-year-old because a 20-year-old basically is a goddamn idiot. Okay? You don't have to be 30. You could lose all your money at 50. And at 60, you could be ready to make your next 10 million. Trading stocks, trading options, and playing the US markets. It doesn't matter what age you're in, where you're coming from, as long as you have the desire to learn, as long as you're with Pluto Say Trading. I mean that. I do mean that. Okay? As long as you see, as long as you can, because by that time you're so mature, you can handle a lot of disappointments, hopefully. Guys better listen to what I'm saying. I'm 50 plus, all right? And I sound like a 20-year-old. I got more energy than most of you guys put together. Energy, passion, the hunger to learn, the hunger to make money, and the belief in God. And the mindfulness to thank God every single moment of your life. I mean that. I'm not an evangelist. I'm just telling you straight out. Wake up in the morning, thank God. Walk your dog, thank God. Drink a glass of water or a tea or a coffee, thank God, because you're alive. And if you're alive, and if your brain is still functioning, you're going to make money. Think, guys, think. I'm not running some sort of evangelical church. I should actually, like Lakewood. I love that guy. What's his name? What's that name? Something Steen? Robert Olstein or something? I love that guy. Joel Olstein. Once in a while it's on the radio. This like, man, that motherfucker. I'm sorry. Blasphemy. He's like so freaking good. He still looks good. He's not a scammer. He's not like Jerry Falwell sleeping with line other people, you know. Jerry Falwell Jr., his so-called gardener or pool guy was sleeping with his wife. He was watching like, what the fuck is going on, okay? And then a lot of other bullshit that happens down in the South. Olstein's my man. That's the guy I want to listen to, all right? So Clueless at Trading is the Olstein of trading, all right? Let's move on. All right, now that I put it out there, now you know. I'm that serious. He talks straight. He talks straight. And if I'm listening to him, you guys better listen to him. You don't have to be a cult. You don't have to listen to it like all the time. Like that's when your brain gets mush. But I'm just saying, just in general, he's motivational. I like it. Tony Robbins, I think personally speaking, Tony Robbins bores me the shit out of me. And people pay thousands and millions of dollars, like, you know, he's made millions. They say, what do you do? Jump around like, whoa, 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 whoa. You know, I don't need jumping around, guys. I need people to talk straight. That's so to say trade. All right. All right, let's move on. So this is your monthly chart, by the way. Oh my Lord. Hallelujah. Hands up there.
Okay, go.
So so this chart was drawn, by the way, months ago, 2 years ago. This is a broad chart all the way. And for you new members, you haven't seen this one. I'm showing you the creme de la creme, all right, of charts. Beautiful technicals. It doesn't matter what happens intraday. Yeah, it does matter. Some days I feel like crap. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What this? And Boeing's down like 5. Boeing's going to 240. Okay. Patience, discipline. Joel Olstein, Clueless A Trading. All right. Put it together. Put it together. I'm dead serious. Put it together. It's all going to come together one day. As long as you stay mentally stable. I don't need mentally unstable guys. I do have. I mean, I have a bunch of members. I mean, look, if every member stayed, we probably have 1,000 members right now. But I don't need mentally unstable members. Let's move on. This is gorgeous. Look at the internals first. Guys, focus, please. Like shooting forward straight towards 99. The percentage K line is still moving higher. Like, holy crap. This is the monthly chart, mind you. So this is the one that really disciplined. And I'm not really that disciplined yet sometimes. I'll be the first one to admit. I'm very disciplined in my swing trades. I'm not that disciplined in my short-term trades. I'm working on it. Okay? Joel Olstein said, work on it, brother. Work on it. Just kidding. But look at this. MACD. Oh, Lord. It's still moving higher. Doesn't get really severely overbought till it's 178 right there. You guys can all see the screen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. And look at the histograms. Love it. And let me just put a line here. There's an old saying on Wall Street. Forget Wall Street. There's an old saying. It says technicals precede fundamentals. What does that mean? Someone step up and answer. Technicals precede fundamentals. What do you think it means? Somebody please answer.
The market is a leading indicator.
It simply means that technicals are a leading indicator for before the fundamentals catch up. Okay? Because technicals are, you are reading the hidden signals, like the great technical analysts like Suri notes, right? Suri is a great guy. And other people and people that I sat with on Wall Street, like back in the days, always said, technicals show you where the smart money is actually buying. And then the fundamentals of the company, i.e. earnings, PE ratios, PEG ratios, valuations catch up. Technicals are our secret sauce, and especially my type of charts that I draw are our secret sauce to figuring out what will happen in the future. We call it predictive analytics. Did I not predict the market going to go to 3,400, 35, almost 3,500 which it blew past weeks ago. I don't need to ask you guys. I did. Now, why? Because I'm a goddamn genius? No, I'm a freaking idiot. That's why I'm clueless 8. I just simply drew the technicals to a degree of perfection where it got there. And the same thing with charts. Whether it's a short-term technical like Big C, like Big Commerce, or Apple, or Tesla, when I originally told people to buy it around 800, and before that, and so many other stocks. Like I'm telling people to buy in Boeing. Like I get texts sometimes and they say, "Oh, is Boeing going down?" Last I checked, the planes were still going up. Boeing had issue 737. They already fixed it. It's the bureaucracy and the red tape of the U.S. government that's not giving them the clearance yet. Any day the clearance will come in the month of September. And that plane is going to take off so frigging fast that if you guys are not in it, you're the biggest loser. Okay? You keep on buying those calls a month out, 2 months out, 3 months out. So this is the market, and this is what it's showing. We do not get overbought till we reach these unprecedented levels, and we are not even close to it yet. Rising, rising. Now, you always do you guys ever wonder, like other trading services? I'm sure you guys are following others. Are most of them explaining things like this? I'm just asking, because I don't really track them, obviously. Are most of them explaining in the simplest terms what the markets are doing and why they're going higher and where they're going exactly? Because give or take, that's when I'm saying the market's going there, it actually gets there. So just asking a question, guys. Any answers, or I'll do this thing
No, Frank, I'm part of many different subscriptions,
here?
but you're the only one that will actually explain it with words. So your seminars are great.
So I'm just explaining it in a very simple term, and I appreciate your comment. What about the rest of you guys? You guys don't follow anybody else? Like, why not?
I got other services, Frank.
Okay, so I asked you a question, but that's not my answer. My answer is like, are they explaining it to this level degree of perfection like your other services? I'm asking.
No, they write stories. That's it.
They like stories. So what kind of stories do they give?
Just background, history, and why they think it's going up, but not technicals like this.
And who is this again? Who's speaking?
Heisenberg.
Oh, Heisenberg. I finally figured out what Heisenberg was. I'm a great watcher of great shows. Guess what I'm doing? Like, this weekend had to take care of the family a little bit, and then all the other stuff. Then I finally got some sleep, and I'm catching up on Breaking Bad because I'm the biggest loser. I never watched that show when it first started. In fact, I jumped over and started watching Just Call Saul. So I am in season 4 of Breaking Bad. I'm loving this baby. All right, Heisenberg, welcome. All right.
Thank you, Thanks.
So
Let's cook.
yeah. I mean, finally, I'm not an idiot anymore. Yeah, believe me, I'm probably going to be up till 4, like watching till season 7. Love it. Okay, thank you. And the rest of you have no comments? Just asking, guys. You guys do speak English, right? You're not mute. You're not deaf or mute, right?
You're the only one, Frank.
I've
been with you forever.
I'm the only one. That's the demise. That's the worst thing I ever could hear. Now, okay, fine. All right. Do follow other services, all right? Don't have to pay for them. Maybe do something like see, the more you see what the outside is, it's called the counterfactual. It's a big word. The counterfactual is if you know what they are saying, then you can see the difference of why Clueless A trading is so good. Do the counterfactual. It's a big $10 Harvard Business School word. All right. Yeah. So do it. So I think that based on this chart that was drawn months ago and weeks ago, we are going to 3,600 and possibly upper channel 3,800, but that is really like out of control. So I would say we are going to 3,600. Now, can somebody do a quick math? By the way, is Mr. Simon Hua here? Simon is in, right? Okay,
Yep.
I see Simon. Simon, stay on the thing. You're going on stage for 2 minutes just to explain not just Alta Trade, but just in general what your experience has been. You've been with us for what, a month now?
I've been around for 3 months or so at this point.
Oh, 3 months. Oh, wow. Time flies when you're having a good time. All right, that's good. So we're at 3,508. If we go to 3,600, aside from Simon, can somebody tell me how much that exactly matches with the number I just gave you guys before? How much the Dow is going up by? If the S&P goes up from 3,500 to 3,600, roughly, how much is the Dow going up by?
About 800.
7.
Yes, about 800. Exactly. And even though I had to get doggy wipes and stuff from Walmart today, I forgot to go to the Dollar General and buy a $1 calculator. So this one, I have to tap it really hard. So that means if it's 800, the Dow right now closed at 28,654 plus 800, which is the upper end of the range, is 29,454. So next time when you're out, maybe tomorrow, and somebody says, man, you're a trader, what do you think the market's going? You say the market is going to 30,000. I believe we're going to overshoot 29,454. And remember, nothing's in a straight line. There's going to be a lot of zigzags intraday, a lot of hard breaks on certain stocks and this and that, but the market's going higher. So that's your long-term chart, my friends. All right, let me get this line out because that's a little bit too bullish. And on that note, I'd like to give the table, Paul, wait a second, thing. Simon, I just want you to just so we help other members, what your experience has been between wins and losses, all that stuff, like how you are navigating what I'm putting through on the real-time Twitter feed, these webinars, the coaching sessions, the training sessions that you sit through. So why don't you go on, please.
Sure. So the first thing I would say is when you hear Frank repeat something over and over again, you want to listen to that. So you'll see he says pick selected stocks over and over again, and don't feel the need to have to trade every single alert or pick that Frank picks. And you make sure that it fits with your style, and you gotta make your own decision. As Frank says, he's not here to change your diapers, right? So hit a big trade the last week on the Alta ER. Last week I missed the big CRM, and feeling pretty shitty about that. So I made sure to do my homework next time on the next round of earnings trades, and noticed that a lot
Now, let me stop you for 1 second, and thank you for your time. Like, aside from Alta, what was another trade that you did really well on?
Big Commerce was another decent trade earlier in the week as well.
Big C. And aside from earnings or big commerce stuff, like what about a swing trade that comes to mind that you did well on, even though you had to kind of like grit your teeth and like, man, it's not working, and all of a sudden it goes nuts?
The very first one when I joined was a Tesla trade. That one was pretty deep in the red for a while, but I stuck in there, and that paid out big. So that was my first trade with
any small caps that you did that have worked out very well for you? Just asking.
No, they usually hit my stop, so I be careful with those, or I go very small. But usually I stick with the mega cap, the large cap name.
Okay, you're like Paul a little bit. Are you guys listening to what our friend and new member Simon is talking about?
Yes.
Because
Yep.
these are important
Yep.
because he's from the outside. I mean, I can say whatever I want, right? And what I'm doing. But it's so different listening to other people. I not just enjoyed, I think it's very valuable. Now, what about intraday, some of the fast movers, the small cap biotechs? I'm saying buy it, and within 2 days, sometimes, it's up like 70%, before it starts to come down, stuff like that. Have you done any of those yet?
I did trade the VBIV before.
Okay, and it started to move again, right? Recently. I mean, yeah.
Not
But
in it anymore, but 1-for-1 on that.
I'm sorry, what was that, sir?
I'm not in it anymore, but I was 1-for-1 on that.
Okay, so you did well on that, basically, right? That's what you're saying?
Could be better. Could always be better.
It can always be better, of course. But I'm just saying, so aside from that, you are still kind of training yourself to trade some of these very fast moving biotechs or small techs that last anywhere from a few hours to a day or two, correct? You're just kind of getting used to it.
Correct. Even if I don't trade it, I'll watch your
Okay.
futures trades for general trading, and I find that helpful too.
But overall, you're sticking to the more of the large cap techs, correct?
Yep, most of the time.
Okay, and we got a couple of great earnings coming out this week too. Okay, anyone has any questions for Simon? Please feel free to ask because this is important.
Hey, so Simon, this is Heisenberg. What do you guys think about Zoom for Monday?
I think it's priced pretty to perfection right now because they're hanging out around all-time highs. So it's going to be a tough one. It has to be an immaculate report, basically. The risk probably doesn't favor you. Just my opinion.
Okay, and we're going to ask Paul also what he thinks of Zoom, and then I'm going to put in my 2 cents what I think on Zoom. So when it comes to like real high flyers, like Big C and things like that, which literally blow the mind out and just keep on going, like it did, it went from when I told people to buy it at 80, it actually hit 162. 162. That's in 3 days. It went up 100%. Forget about the options, which got so expensive you couldn't even touch it. So aside from that, basically, what can I say? Like you're kind of like still getting into. How long have you been trading, Paul? Options.
At this point, probably two plus years, around 2+ years now.
Okay. But you've been in the market for a couple of more years?
Yeah, yep. I started out with small caps, but I didn't really like it, so that's why I still don't play them that much.
Right, and it's a smart thing to do because the big guys are buying big caps, right? So they're big cap techs primarily. So that's a growth industry. Always said America is built on technology. So that's great. So last word for any hints for the rest of the members before I give the platform to Paul, because Paul will have to show some amazing stuff. So what would your suggestion be if somebody completely new, and there are a couple of people who are completely new coming in, like what would your suggestion be how to navigate my resources that I provide?
Sure. The obvious one is don't skip the YouTube new member playlist.
Okay.
A lot of the themes that you teach us over and over are already there, to be honest. But just giving the context of the week-to-week market updates is still helpful. But your lessons are all there, Frank. So for new members, go make sure you watch some of that.
And ultimately, the ultimate thing is your own decision just to go with it, and there is risk involved. So we all have to deal with that, correct?
Correct. You're hitting the buy button. You're hitting the sell button.
Would you agree? And I'm not feeding you words here, okay? This is not the RNC or DNC convention. This is the Clueless convention going on. We should be the third real political party, if you ask me. So the thing is, so basically, the more you look at the charts, the more it makes sense to you. Yes, no, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Anyone has any quick questions? Make it fast, please.
Thanks, guys.
Nope. Okay. Paul, take over, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. But go ahead, and then I'm going to, as you're talking, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the charts. Let me just bring the doggy in from outside, like I always do. And this is your favorite chart, Paul, the NASDAQ QQQ. I put that up for your benefit, the Qs. And the Qs are going to go to 303. Look at that, baby. I was just drawing the lines as I was listening to Simon. And Simon, thank you so much for your thoughts. And 1 second. Are you guys all with us so far?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Are you
Yeah.
guys hopefully learning a little bit, you know, from what we're talking about, from some of the member input?
Absolutely.
All right. Paul, take over.
Yeah.
Which chart should I put out on the screen? And I'll be back in like, 60 seconds. But which chart should I put on the screen? Which one are you going to talk about first?
Oh, I like this QQQ that you're drawing here.
Actually, let me give you the screen. I think I can do that. 1 second. Paul will show an unbelievable chart on Tesla, which when I saw it, I almost fell over. I mean, literally fell over. I was walking the dog. I fell over on the dog walk. Okay. Somebody said, "Hey, do I have to clean your poop?" I said, "No, I just saw a Tesla chart that Paul put up." I'm dead serious. All right. So let me see. Remote control. And where is Paul? Okay, let me see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on
And
one
if that
second.
doesn't work, Frank, you could just pull it up in our Twitter. We shared it in the Twitter
No,
conversation.
I know. I'm just trying to do this because I know I can give control over to somebody else. But these idiots that go to meeting, I really have to spend like 15, 20 minutes with them to. Let me pull it over from Twitter.
Yeah.
Yep. I would love to give, like, as we get more interactive with our members, I'd love to give control over so they can show their own stuff. Bear with me 1 second, please.
And you know what's kind of cool while you're pulling that up, Frank, is I was just a little bit bored over the weekend, so I was turning I'm like you, I always use candle charts. I think candles are the best way to go. But I just for fun was switching it to a line chart, and it's amazing how the chart changes when you go to line chart.
Line charts are pretty amazing. You know, the line charts are amazing. The reason I don't use line charts because I'm kind of a little bit too stupid. I like colors. I like big fat candles. You know,
Yeah.
But all right, start explaining this. I'll be back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but the line charts
Go
give you
ahead.
like a different perspective, so
Hold on.
it's kind of cool.
1 second. Make presenter. I got you, Paul. I got you. You are the presenter right now. Here, you move your mouse over the screen.
You are the presenter. Okay. Can you see my screen, or what do you see right now?
1 second. I don't know if I see your, hold on, screen.
I saw it say I'm presenter, but
Yeah, but can you move the mouse over the thing? Over this screen?
no, I've got that Tesla chart up on my screen. Can you see that right now, or?
Now we can.
Oh, you can see it now?
You're
Okay.
the new presenter. You guys can see it?
Yep.
Move your mouse over. Hold on 1 second.
Maybe there's a bit of lag delay there. I zoomed in. Can you see it zoomed in now?
Oh, I just saw you switch the screen. Go ahead and do it. This is exciting. I like it.
Okay, so you see a zoomed in chart here?
Yeah.
I'm still seeing.
Okay.
You guys are seeing it?
Yes.
Why am I not seeing it? Why do I have just the? Hold on 1 second. That's it, man. Paul's taking over. I gotta watch this guy. Hold on 1
You
second.
got to join my meeting, Frank.
I know, I do. Believe me, it'll take time off for me. You know what I'm saying? All
That's why
right.
you can't
So
see it. You gotta log out and log in.
you guys can see the screen, and what I'm seeing is what Paul sent me. But you guys are saying that you guys are seeing a different screen. Which screen are you guys seeing right now?
We're seeing the Tesla chart.
Right. So Paul,
What years are? Do you
go
see
ahead.
2011 to 2017? Is that what you see on the bottom there?
Yeah, I'm seeing the one that you sent me. I just I just enlarged it.
Okay, so if it sounds like people can see it. So yeah, just really, kind of bored playing around with the line chart. Just drew some basic lines on a line chart for Tesla.
Hold on. I just made you a presenter again.
Okay. So it's a weekly chart, and the lines match up beautifully. And it's like, if you just look at, I'm not showing here the scale right now, but does it look like this wants to go up or down?
Hold on.
Yeah, we lost the chart.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Request keyboard and mouse control. Go. Now you have mouse control.
Okay. So can you see the Tesla chart without the scale right now?
Guys, do you no, they see what
Can't
I'm
see
seeing.
anything.
Huh?
We're not seeing anything. We're
We're not
seeing
seeing anything.
the
It's
member.
now.
Hold on 1 second. Screen of monitor 2, screen of monitor 1. Okay, this is Paul's chart. Okay, this is Paul's chart. Let me try to do this again. Have a little patience because I would love to give him the cursor, and I'm trying to do that through this stupid
Yeah,
GoToMeeting.
we don't need to do that right now, Frank. We can just talk about the chart here. So
Hold on,
yeah.
I just made you a presenter. This is the last time I'm trying.
Okay, I see the message.
And then
Okay, I'm pulling it up now.
take control of the screen.
Do you see the Tesla chart now?
Yeah, I have your Tesla chart here, but my thing is, hold on 1 second, Paul. Last try. Hold on.
I saw it say I'm presenter.
Okay, it says request keyboard and mouse control. So I just pressed that. Now tell me if you have full mouse control and everything.
Is anybody seeing something change on the screen, or is it still the same?
No, we can't see the chart.
Same, just says me. There it is.
There it is.
All right, I'm just going to leave the chart there, Paul. You walk it through them, and you guys basically, I'll be back in 60 seconds. Paul, walk them through the frigging chart that made me fall on the dog walk, okay? Which is like seriously like wild. All right, go ahead, Paul.
Okay, so can you guys see the chart without the scale?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it looks like it's working. Okay. So yeah, just, took me like 2 seconds to make this chart. I just wanted to see what the line chart looked like. And then it was just really obvious that, some of these points touch really nice on it. And
Wait, let me ask you a question. I'm seeing the chart with the x-axis. I mean the axis on the right with the prices. You guys see that, right? You see my arrow moving?
Yes.
You guys... Okay. Paul, go over. Take over. I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So just it basically shows a big wedge here with Tesla. It's obviously a very strong uptrend right now, and that MACD is just going skyrocketing right now. The RSI still has room left to go. But even if you look back to that RSI back in 2013, when it was also very high, the price kept going after it hit the high. So the price has a bit of an afterburn after the RSI hits. But yeah, kind of looks like it's headed for the top of that channel. But if you look at the scale there, man, it's showing that the Tesla, if it stays within this wedge, Tesla could be 60,000 per share in 2025. And that's the old, this is the old pre-split number, right? So you divide that by 5.
Yeah.
But companies like Amazon, they split a few times in the early days, right? So if we get a few more share splits, why wouldn't it keep going? And then, well, Tesla's a very dynamic company. There's so much it could evolve into. I think like it could become an Uber overnight. It's got the cars, it's got the software. It's not just a car company. It's got the software, it's got the batteries. There's rumors about it making batteries for planes in the future. And of course, Elon Musk runs SpaceX, and they share a lot of the engineers with each other, those two companies. So who knows what Tesla could turn into in the future? But the chart sort of suggests that it could move up a lot. So it's kind of interesting to see that.
So, Paul, how do you translate this information into a trade?
Well, looking at this chart and the upside potential there, I would say it favors holding shares long rather than trying to trade it short term. Just buy the shares and hold it forever.
Just hold it, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Hold it for 5 years, and if it falls anywhere within this wedge in 5 years, you're going to be rich on that trade.
Yep.
So the shares become pretty cheap tomorrow. They're 1/5 the price. So why not grab a couple and just throw it in a long-term account?
I hear you. Okay. But you don't personally suggest any short-term trades at this point.
I do think it's a good price right now. I think personally, I think it's going to go to I'd say 3,500. It would be a good target for. I think it could hit that in October potentially. I'm talking about pre-split. So 700.
I thought you were going to say in like
post-split.
In 6 months. You're saying in October.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of momentum right now. The whole market's just like on fire. You saw Frank's QQQ chart there.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got lots of momentum here in September coming up. We've got the 5G iPhone release probably coming up. They haven't announced the date yet, but I think it's widely expected to be around middle of September, around the 19th or 18th, kind of in that range. And that's right around when Tesla's battery day is as well.
Yep.
And the biggest thing, that we always talk about is there's so much cash still on the sidelines, and there's so much bond money that's getting next to nothing on yield. So that's the perfect condition. Like, how can you not be ultra bullish when you've got so much cash on the sidelines? It's still historical amount of cash on the sidelines, and that's the perfect environment that you want if you are long stocks.
Go ahead.
And you want stocks to go higher. You want that fuel to back you up, and that fuel is going to come back.
Got it. Thank you.
So basically, the way I'm looking at this is, are you guys all connected, right? You guys all heard what Paul had to say about Tesla?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So basically, the way I'm looking at it, I always look at channels. This is a rising wedge. It's a decade-long rising wedge. Obviously, he's going down to 2027. Hopefully, we all live enough long for that. Hopefully, all guys are all members till 2025 and 2027. Your kids, your grandkids will be members. It'll be amazing. So basically, we're looking at 6,000. I mean, I'm just giving you my depiction of it. So what you're basically saying is Tesla. I mean, what I'm saying is Tesla can go to 6,000 within the next year.
And that's 1,200. That's 1,200 after the split.
That's 6,000 means that's 4,000 points more. That means 200% higher from here, based on a very long-term chart that our great member and very successful trader has explained. Am I right with that? Right? 200 points.
Yeah, that's right. And that's 1,200 equivalent after the split. That's 6,000 divided by 5 is 1,200.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Great. All right, that's fantastic. So and look at this volume surge that started in 2019.
Crazy.
This is fucking wild. Now, what happened to Chanos, Mr. A guy who and David Lutz, the old schmuckhead from GM, who said that Elon Musk was a fraudster, and Elon Musk, and if you guys ever Google Precede trading, there was some schmuck 2 years ago who said that I was like a complete fraud guy, like all this shit. So I kind of responded back to him. He came into the service and he's like, well, you never show your money. I said, why should I? I'm a Dubai billionaire. I mean, why should I show my freaking money? I'm showing you ROI percentages. Why do you want me to show you my money? I mean, that was like stupidest thing ever. So there's all kind of garbage happen. So I'm not ever comparing myself to Elon Musk, God bless his soul. But they called him a fraudster. They said, oh, he's nothing. And now, and the same thing was Chanos, Jim Chanos. Look him up, please, guys. Chanos. Very successful short seller. Has been shorting Tesla since 400. I don't hear from him anymore.
Apparently, Frank, there was a CNBC, I guess he was on CNBC, and he said that he's as short as ever on Tesla still. And I think that's great. Let him cover at 4,000 or 5,000.
Exactly. We always need people who are skeptical about the United States financial markets, about US business, about Amazon, about Apple, all the great companies, even lots of the small cap companies that I mentioned. Let them, there are a lot of short attacks. Blink went through a short attack and they sued that guy. Some other small short seller said that, oh, it was a joke. And the stock fell 17, 18, 20%. I bought more and I'm going to win. So meet me at the winning point, all right? Exactly. And so this is what happens. That's, short sellers are people who are like vultures. They'll come in with a thesis of their own, except Tesla delivered the goods. All right, so let's move on. Was it constructive what he talked about? What
Yes,
Paul
thank
talked
you.
about?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I am so happy that we have great members like this giving us a little bit of their time to help other people. Excellent, excellent. I appreciate that. I mean that. Okay, so we've covered the market charts and stuff, and this is your cues. Remember, the NASDAQ 100 is not just technology. It's technology and biotechs. Okay, so beautiful. Now, it is overextended. So what I'm going to show you right now is why I think the market might be due for a minor pullback after it hits a certain point. Because my job is to keep people grounded. You guys okay with that, right? Oops.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's do that. Let's do that quickly. There's so much to talk about. We spent all night, except virtual drinks don't do anything. We should have real drinks. I gotta do it like a real Precede trading web one of these big meets. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it soon. We're gonna do it hopefully this year. I'm dead serious. Come down to New York. New York would be the great place. I don't know Florida that well. Heisenberg would help me out. But Heisenberg knows Florida inside out. But we're gonna do it. So you guys all see my ugly mug and my 400-pound frame. And then not true. That's fake news. And then we can just do it. So bottom line is, I'm thinking that we can go up, like I said before, about 300 to 600 points, and then the market gets a little bit too overextended. Now, on an overextension self, this is the way I look at it. I look at the 4-hour, not the 4-hour. One second.
180-day moving
Let me look at the daily chart. Okay, this is where the journey started. So at this point, what I like, you guys all see the yellow line, this one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and what guys want you to concentrate. Forget the internals and everything, those are all fine. So let me just do this. I gotta really upgrade my systems hard. So it'll be just like screaming at you when it looks at you. Forget this 3509. I don't like the bubbles these guys put here, so I can have a clearer picture. Upper end of this wedge is 35.
35.
35. Simon, you're my best guy with the quick numbers. 35 It's more like 35.37. Simon, 35.37 from 35.08 is how many points?
29.
Roughly how many points is the Dow? Just multiply by 8. So 30 times 8, 240 points. 240, right? 240?
Yeah, about 240.
Yeah. So I'd say that 240, we are going to get a barrage of selling. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's standard procedure. Just the way a couple of days ago, earlier last week, the market hit 3,500 and we went down like boom, real fast. And what was my comment on my Twitter feed? Anyone remember?
No.
What was my comment? Okay, well, wake up and remember. I said 3,500, we hit that standard procedure. Standard procedure. You're going to get selling at that point. Uptrend intact. Standard procedure, uptrend intact. Anyone who followed that made a crap load of money and is going to make a lot of money at the open tomorrow. Whether they're SPY calls, whether it's Apple, whether it's NVIDIA, like whatever. Okay? Anytime you hit a round number, there is going to be about standard, sell programs. So I'm looking at 240 points and the market should get the next wave of selling. Now, one of my new members, his name is George. George, hopefully he's listening to it tonight. I don't know why he's not here tonight. Said, I think Apple's going down tomorrow. I said, okay, why? He said, maybe it goes down a little bit. I said, okay, that's fine. He goes, what do you mean it goes down? This is one thing I want you guys to understand. What is the word down? And I said, what do you think Apple's going to go down? He goes, oh, I think it goes down by 5 points. He's a new trader. He's learning. 5 points. That's like you tickling your butt. All right? Or you scratching your ear because a fly hit it. All right? 5 points?
1%.
$5? Apple tomorrow is going to be trading 125 bucks a share. So $5 is going to really be going down. To me, going down is 30 points, 20 points. Do you guys agree with me on that?
Sure.
As traders, that's the way you look at it. When a $500 stock or a Regeneron type of $600 stock goes down 10 points, it is not the end of the world. It goes down 50 points. You then at that point you have to evaluate whether it's time to take the loss, get the heck out, or do whatever you need to do. 5 points? That's how a Robin Hood trader thinks. Now, 5 points on a $20 stock, is that good or bad?
That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad. Thank you. Thank you, Heisenberg. Okay? 5 points on a $30 stock. I don't like it. 5 points on a $500 stock, or $125 stock. I'm like, oh, Jan, give me another, give me another drink. Exactly. All right. Exactly. Well, guys, want you to understand that because those 5 points on the options could be how much down on your options? A $5 down on a stock based at $125. Your options would be down roughly how much? Come on, guys. You guys are all getting into the options trading business. Come on. How much would your options be roughly down? Come on, I don't have all night, guys. It's 10:40 p.m.
Not sure. 10%? I don't know.
It'll be almost like 30%. So do you really freak out? No, because you evaluate the stock movement with the option stuff. And then, of course, you look at the charts. Are you guys with me so far? All of you? I want to hear a yeah. Come on.
We got you.
Yeah.
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 MACA, make Clueless A trading great again. I mean, all right, exactly. So option will be down 30%. So we don't like that. I don't like that. If you have 10 calls, you'll be down like, whoa, you'll be down like, $1,000, $2,000. But don't freak out because it means nothing when you have to compare it with how the stock is going down. And then, of course, you have to look at the charts. Like 30 down, we're like toast. Not the case. All right. So I explained that to you guys. All right. Next thing we look at very quickly. I look at standard deviation, and I look at it visually. What is standard deviation? How far have you moved away from the highways? How far have you moved away from the highways? I've mentioned this on many, many webinars, many, many things, and I'm going to show it to you guys again. Follow the lines, not the drug lines. Okay, this is the lines that make us wealthy. This yellow line is what, guys? New people. Rick, what is this yellow line, which I've explained many times? Rick, wake up.
I'm listening. I'm watching. I don't know.
Okay, that's an honest answer, like honesty. Fine. Red line. What is this yellow line? This yellow line is going to make you rich.
Isn't it the moving average, the 15 moving average?
Yes, it's a move. You got the first part right. Moving average. What moving average? How many days?
15?
Just make it up, man. 5 day. Now, why is it a 5 day? I've explained this before. You need to focus a little bit more. Red line. I love you, man, but you're a smart guy, man. Don't give me stupid answers. All right? Why is it 5 days? All right. I don't have all night. How many days do you have in a trading week?
5 days.
5.
Thank you. Duh. Like, hello. Yeah. So the way, listen, I'm not, Bill Belichick or whatever, the great coaches, of times, but I think I'm pretty friggin' good, like coaching people. All right. Yes, 5 days. So this is your short-term moving average. When you break that, you see a lot of selling. Now, what is the next moving? What is this blue line? Come on, not all night. What is the blue line? Write this down, guys. Write this down. I've been dead right on this stuff for years. What is the blue line? This is the uptrend line. That's a green line. Don't worry about it. What is the blue line? What moving average is that? Anybody? All right. You guys are beautifully stupid. That's called the 20-day moving average. Okay? Right there. Right there. You come down to the 20-day moving average, you guys are getting new diapers, all right? You're like, oh my God, the world's falling apart. It means nothing. It means a retracement. You can still buy the 20-day. Beyond the 20-day, you short the stock or the market. Are you guys with me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay, fine. So wake up time. Now, next one. That is 20-day. Yes, I didn't want to be acting stupid. Why is this other blue line here? What is the orange line? Heisenberg, you should know, man. Come on, I've explained this so many times.
Not sure, but 30-day, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Hello?
34-day moving average. Exactly.
What's up, Peter?
And these are like hardcore, like highways that the market travels on. You don't want to go to the 34-day and just sit long.
Thanks.
Who's talking on the back? You're doing a drug deal on the side. Don't put it on the public forum, all right? So next, move on. What is the red line? What is the red
50.
line? 50. The 50 is the ultimate. You can short the blue line because that doesn't confirm that it's going to go to the 50. There's a lot of like supports along the way. But I'm not sure what this blue line is. Hold on one second. Studies, edit study. Hold on one second. Simple moving average 200, 9. What do I have? 9. I don't do 9. 5, 20, 150. Standard deviation channel thing. No, fuck that. Let me get that out. Apply, save as set. Save. All right. I got that other blue line out. So this is the blue line, right? There's a big gap here. Told you we're going to go into the gap. We just said F you to the gap and see you later. So these are the lines you need to follow. The way I look at it, when you're doing a short-term trade, intermediate-term trade, as long as the lines are climbing higher, you want to keep your profits under your belt. Listen carefully, guys. We all want to end the week on a good note. Yes or no?
Of course.
Does that mean anything about where the market's going? Somebody else answer. Does that mean anything about where the market is heading? Whether we end the week on a good note or not, does it matter anything where the markets are going?
No.
Nope.
No, it doesn't. Because the markets are going higher. But we want to keep money in our pocket. Yes. So that's the reason why we follow these moving averages. If I'm up a lot for the week, I want to take a lot down, and then if I have to chase it a little bit more, I'll chase it. People like Paul, they're buying November, January, long distance calls out there because they're true believers that the Teslas of the world will go there or not. I am kind of in between that. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. I'm more of a intermediate. I'm between a short-term, intermediate-term trader more than that much of a long-term trader because I don't know what's going to happen down the road. So I don't want you guys to agree with me. I'm just saying that's the way it is. Now, Paul has done very, very well, like far superior ROI percentages than I have, even though he's followed my charts and everything, because he has stuck to the belief that it's going to go higher. Do you understand what I'm saying? But do you guys all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Rick, Paul, everybody.
I said
Lucy.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm more skeptical. Okay? So you guys find your own style. I'm more skeptical about what might happen in September, end of September, October. I know October is going to be down because that's the mutual fund fiscal year closing. There's a lot of volatility at that time. I have no freaking clue what's going to happen in November. But I know November is going to be very crazy because this election is going to be nuts because it's not going to be a straightforward election. So, that's me. Now, what Tesla is going to do on the long-term chart, I showed you guys. I agreed with Paul. But I'm not like, Tesla's going, man. Long term, Tesla is $1,000 stock. I mean, what thousand? $10,000 stock. But long term is long term. Show me the money now, mofo. All right. So all kinds of trading. All right. Let me show you guys Apple. Does everyone love Apple?
Love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, man, that's the worst thing I ever wanted to hear. Okay, Apple overall is a bull flag. All right, Apple overall is a bull flag, and I can show you that directly off. Well, there's nothing to really show. Worst case scenario 121. Now, quick question when I'm drawing the charts. Do you guys ever draw your own charts? Please be honest.
No.
We'll try doing that. Might be good. Okay, because that's how you really. It's very simple. You have a mouse, you have a computer, and you just do this. So draw your own charts. Are you guys with me? Start drawing your own
Connected on.
charts.
Yes.
Start drawing your own charts. Seriously. It's kind of fun. Have a couple of drinks and draw your own charts. Don't know what, you can't rely on me like 24/7. That's serious. Apple, 137.04, upper channel. Where is the floor or ultimate support? $121. Stock is right now trading post-split. That's what it's showing. Well, daily. Daily is not showing you what it's trading after hours. So the stock might go down 3 points. I love the fact Apple is 124. I can buy these calls so cheap. I have the calls. I have a couple of calls each, and tomorrow those calls will be split 4 ways. So if I have 5 calls, I'll have 20, right? If you have one call, you will have 4. Now, why do we like larger numbers on the calls?
Helps you manage the trade better.
I need one word from somebody. I'm going to give them a freaking gold medal. It's called what? It's called leverage. Leverage. You have more calls, so the stock goes up 3 points, which in reality went up 12 points, right? You're like, yes. It's called leverage. Instead of one frigging call, you have 4 now. The power of leverage. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. You know that, Heisenberg. You're the master of leverage. So the bottom line is 137.04. Now, before that, what is the round number that Apple wants to go to? The previous high, which is around 130. Keep this simple, guys. It's the rocket science. Every mom and pop sitting here from Timbuktu who has never put money in Apple will say, now I can buy it. Harriet is going to tell Harry, go buy some Apple. It's only $125 right now. It was $500 yesterday. Do they know about valuation? No, they don't. That is a psychological effect of a stock split on a major company. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah. Your dog walker, your babysitter is going to be like, now I can buy a few shares of Apple. I can buy 2 shares. It's only going to cost me $250. What did 2 shares cost on Friday?
$1,000.
$1,000.
Yeah. And then on Monday, it's going to cost how much?
$250.
Thank you. There's your psychological effect of a push up. And on top of that, it's a great company. What more could you ask for? Make America great again. All right? Make
Hey, Frank.
Apple great again. There you go. So Apple, in my opinion, is going to 137.04. Okay, go ahead.
I was thinking Apple could hit 150, the equivalent of 600 before the split in September. Does your chart confirm that it could hit that?
I need to go on the I need to go on a Fibonacci retracement. So let's do that. Guys, you're sitting here at 10:55 at night listening to people who are telling you how to really make some FU money. I really admire you guys, you know, seriously, I wouldn't be doing that. All right, let's do this. Your broker, your financial advisor at American Express would never even know what the hell is going on with the markets. Exactly, none of them. Okay, and they're all hardworking guys. All they want to do is take your money and put it with a managed money manager, get a nice fee, drive a nice car, but they would know shit about the markets. And you, for $70 to $90 a month, are controlling your own destiny. Think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute, okay? I'm dead serious. I've been there. I know it. It's all managed money. You just give it to the guys, to the not hedge funds, like to the mutual funds and this and that, their own proprietary funds, because you get the fat commission, 7 to 9%. You get somebody's $100,000, you get $7,000 commission. Split it with the firm, you're getting $5,000 or $4,000. You're like, yeah, man, had a good month. Do they know anything about the markets? Nothing. Nothing. So wake up and smell the coffee. Apple, 423.6. Super extension is $174. That's your answer to your question. That is the ultimate Fibonacci super extension. Can that happen by the month of, by the time they put their phones out and stuff? I don't know. I'm going for 137. Are you guys with me so far? The ultimate. This is like, according to Fibonacci, he passed away sometime in the 1800s or 1900s, okay? Italian mathematician.
That's equivalent to 700 before split.
That's equivalent to 700 before split. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate that. Okay. Can Apple get to 700? Yeah, I think so. I even told one of my guys was walking the dog, and he wasn't walking his dog. He was going. He was just walking, I guess. He goes, "I own Apple. What do you think it's going?" Actually, going a lot higher. And he was the same guy telling me the market was going to crash, like to nobody's business, like, you know. So like, okay, now you're happy on Apple. Good for you. All right, there you go. Apple 700 before pre-split, 174.6 post-split. Are you guys with us so far?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's take a look at Boeing, a company that most of you do not even believe in. Seriously, you don't. That's fine. I want disbelievers. I don't want believers. Believers, if everyone was a believer in the US stock market, would the US stock market be here right now? Answer that question, somebody. Mr. Merkins, please answer that question.
No.
No.
Exactimo. No. The reason why the markets are going higher is because, number one, companies are doing well, some companies. And number two, there's so much cash on the sidelines. It's a wall of worry that the market climbs. It's just like when you get beaten up, like hopefully not by some hoodlum, whatever, but you know, by your wife, your partner, Hopefully your dog doesn't beat you up, in which case you'd be landing up in the hospital. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and then you wake up in the morning, it's like, I'm still there. You climb a wall of doubt and worry. So, Boeing. Boeing's first move is 188. Second move is 194. Third move, and now all I'm doing is just joining, moving the lines up to the, sorry, make it bigger, to the supply points where the machines came in to sell. 207. Next point is 233. Once Boeing, the finest American companies ever, a company that President Trump loves also, which is good. Okay, because when he starts pissing on companies, it tends to go down a little bit. There is a big gap fill. Look at that gap fill. Focus on this gap fill. Buy calls like months out. Don't even have to look at my alerts. Buy it into January. Buy it into February. Buy it into December. 240 to 251. And even these small moves generate what kind of percentages for people who trade Boeing? 10, 15 points in Boeing generates what kind of percentages? Can somebody tell me? We're going to end that on the note, I know. A $10, one second, let me ask the question and then you guys can answer. 15 kind of dollar move on Boeing on options, which I'm going to put OPT, call options, obviously. I'm only into call options with Boeing. On call options, okay, OPT, C being call, generates roughly how much in profits for us when we buy those calls? A $10, $15 move in Boeing, which we have had quite a few times, including recently. And don't just take a flying guess like, oh, he's asking the question, so I have to give an answer. No. But if you know, or if you have traded Boeing, you know. What kind of ROI percentages, ROI percent return on your investment is a $10, $15 move on Boeing, $5 to $10 out on the money? Come on, guys. Seriously. No one knows, right? Because no one really has made that money, right? Okay, I love the silence. This is like Oprah gone wild, you know. She goes backstage and I'm not coming out. I'm not giving you any free cars, you know. So everyone's like, whoops. Come on, guys, wake up. It's roughly around 120 to 144% on your money on the options. And those options generally cost anywhere from, from $5 to $8 that go to $12 to $14, and these ones normally go to about 20, depending on the strikes that you buy. On that note, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. You made my night. It was great. It's going to be an exciting week. Get ready for some serious volatility. There's a lot of political stuff going on in our country, and I hope that things settle down. We're not going to get into the political stuff, but we all pray that America as a country does not go through what we're going through right now. And I mean that. We don't want people getting killed from both sides, and it is very sad. And but let's stay selective. There were so many great stocks out there. We have some great earnings coming up. Nvidia is still looking like 600. Square is still looking like 200. But anything can happen in the middle. Let's stay prepared. Thank you for your participation, and thank you, Paul And Simon, if he's still here, Simon's still there. Simon was driving. I actually requested him to come in. So I appreciate that. Get a lot of referrals. Let's grow our community. We are the best. We are the best. Not because of me, because of the tactical charts that we put out there. And more people who understand the messaging that's coming out of that, the more money you're going to make. I want you guys to be independent on the way you trade using my tools that I provide. I don't want you guys to hire me as your nanny because you couldn't afford to do that. Okay? Manage your own trades. Trade management. Take advanced coaching sessions. Sit on the free training sessions. Follow other people. See the difference. See the difference. Learn things you have never learned before about the US financial markets, global politics, economic game theory, and all that stuff that I put out there. On that note, thank you for your support. Good night.
Good night.